He kissed his mom goodnight and went to hang out with a neighborhood friend.
I don't know how anyone can prepare for this.
They were chilling in the car. It was a normal night. But police say the high school senior, an avid swimmer, saw something on his phone that made him upset. Then he vanished. Exclusive surveillance video shows him walking away in the shadow of the night.
It was at night and it was dark.
They found him 3 days later, naked. He was dead in a lake.
He was in the water for 3 days.
His mother's plea that went viral on TikTok.
Can you even imagine how I feel?
Why she says her son may still be alive if someone told her that he was missing sooner. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Lennon L.J. Latham had just turned 18 years old. He was a star student at Miramar High School outside of Miami, and he was heading to Embry-Riddle University to study aeronautics. He was also a swimmer and really good at it. You can see here in this video, he was teaching his younger brother. And that's why his mother says the manner in which he died earlier this year does not make sense.
You see the water creeping up to those luggage carts.
14 to 20 inches of rain fell in less than 24 hours.
April 11, 2023. The Miami metro area was going through wild rain and historic flooding at the time. Charmaine Fenton says it wasn't unusual for her son LJ to dip out and hang out with his best friend in their Miramar subdivision. And that's what they did that night.
LJ has a curfew of midnight.
But as the hours went by,
And then I called, nothing, text, nothing. And I'm like, uh-oh, something is definitely off.
so she messaged his best friend. The Shade Room is not identifying the friend because they're a minor and they have not been charged with the crime, but we did get a hold of their text conversation. Mom asked the friend, quote, "Why am I not getting LJ?" The friend then replies, quote, "He's in the bathroom, his phone dead." Mom says, "Don't lie to me. His phone isn't dead. Y'all not there." The friend then says, quote, "We was by Vizcaya Park chillin' and he got mad about something on his phone and left the car. I tried looking for like 40 minutes and I waited and he still didn't come back." In a lengthy police report, it was determined that LJ picked up his best friend earlier in the evening. The two went to meet someone who they know to buy 3.5 grams of marijuana. They returned to Vizcaya Park to smoke, and surveillance video captured them sitting in LJ's rental car until 10 p.m. that night. The friend then told police LJ was looking at his phone, became upset, threw it down, and exited the vehicle, leaving the phones behind. He then walked away from the car, but the friend didn't know which direction and told police he thought it was a joke. This is exclusive footage that the Shade Room obtained from a neighbor's surveillance camera. It's dark, but in the distance, you can see a young man pace back and forth before walking down the street and out of frame. Fenton confirmed to us that that is her son. He's walking quickly, but he's not running, and you can't tell if he has clothes on or not. However, a neighbor later told police that he saw a, quote, naked man walking adjacent to the lake. The neighbor then told a security guard, where the guard then replied, "What am I supposed to do?"
Charmaine, as a mom, for 3 days, what was going through your mind?
I was not even thinking of what I was told was going to be the outcome. But I was hoping that my son would have returned, even if he was injured or something. I had hope. That's all I had.
A day into the search, police say they spotted LJ's rain-soaked clothing on a sidewalk along the bank of the lake. It led to a massive search both on foot and in the air. Bloodhounds were used to track his scent, which led them to the edge of the lake. At 8:45 on April 13th, a patrol officer found LJ dead, floating face down. Attorney Willard Shepard is representing the family.
It makes absolutely no sense that a person that was having a future like him, was the swimmer that he was, to simply have lost his life in this fashion. And it's a mystery that no one has any final answers. to this point.
And the biggest mystery for his mom, why she wasn't alerted to LJ's disappearance sooner. According to police records, instead of notifying law enforcement or LJ's parents, quote, the friend returned home in LJ's car and solicited the help from his parents to look for him. It says, quote, that video evidence shows them driving back and forth looking for LJ, to which he was not located.
Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you knock on my door?
A detective mentioned that during questioning, telling the friend, quote, that once he was missing, you should have immediately called police right then and there. The friend replies, oh. The detective says, but you're young. You didn't make a good choice, but young kids don't make good choices, end quote. After questioning, the detective wrote in his report, quote, that he seemed to be honest with law enforcement. He didn't hide or attempt to conceal the fact that he was smoking marijuana prior to his disappearance.
There was absolutely nothing in Mr. Latham's system, whether it be alcohol, flakka, fentanyl, LSD. There was nothing of a hallucinatory nature that would have caused him to behave in a way and manner that we've seen some people on those types of drugs or so inebriated that they couldn't function anymore.
Police also interviewed the person who sold them the drugs, who's also a minor. He told officers the marijuana was, quote, always clean, nothing dirty, and he always usually buys from me, no problem. A toxicology report came back and detected cannabinoids in LJ's system, but it was unconfirmed positive and unsuitable for analysis. The medical examiner determined the cause of death to be drowning and the manner an accident.
I couldn't even touch him. I couldn't even kiss him one last time. I was robbed of that.
Fenton, seen here wearing her son's Civil Air Patrol uniform, she says wearing it is the only thing that brings her comfort, and she won't stop fighting for the truth.
There's no way to prepare for losing a loved one, much less a child. A child that's supposed to bury you. I'm broken in pieces.
There were no signs of trauma to LJ's body when he was removed from the lake, but still his family wants the Miramar Police Department to reopen this case and attempt to figure out what really happened to him. If you know anything at all about this, you're urged to call the Miramar Police Department or Broward County Crime Stoppers. The number is 954-493-TIPS. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.